Hi 11 friends of light, it's Chris here from Rocky Light. Here I am out in the woods. It's snowy, beautiful day. The sun is shining, as you can see. It's shining right behind me. Beautiful ray of light coming in. And so today I want to bring a little message today, a little short message, and this one's about anger. So many of us have suppressed anger, or we don't know how to use anger in the correct way, or anger was kind of like beaten out of us or taken away from us, or deprogrammed from us through belief systems and cultural values and morals and ethics and ways of our culture. And so what I want to do today is I want to help and assist you to conjure back this anger and bring this anger up. But first I want to explain this definition of anger from our emotions here. So we can express anger. It's safe to express anger. It's a beautiful emotion to express. It's a gift. And so every time I have anger, I thank Creator for that beautiful moment to experience anger. But yes, there is an unhealthy anger, which releases a lot of cortisone and causes aches and pains and trauma and hardships and things you regret and things you wish you didn't say. And there's an anger part of like resentment and vindictive, inclined to revenge and get even. Want to hurt them, want to cast jealousy onto them, want to cast curses onto them because you're jealous of them. You just want to get even with them, you talk bad about them. There's that type of anger. That's an unhealthy type of anger, and that just ends up coming back to you with karma and just causing like a great deal of problems to you. And that's something that we want to avoid, is that type of anger. And when we get in that kind of situation, is we want to be visualizing love or filling ourselves with love and doing the best we can not to cast blame or hardships onto others during our time of anger, because most likely that anger stems from like an emotional blockage that's deep inside of our core. And usually it's like from a childhood or from a teenage years. But there's also this type of anger that is like, it's courage, it's bravery, it's strength, it's confidence, it's empowerment. It kind of reminds me like an ocean. An ocean's very calm. It's like a passive aggressive. It's very quiet and calming, but it will also do a big, huge wave to cleanse and move things. And it's like the wind. The wind is very gentle and breezing, but it also stand its power to cast out any kind of negative energy that's in its way. And that's what I'm trying to do today is to conjure this anger into a healthy way, that it's safe to express our anger. And so a lot of us have suppressed our anger. I was having some clients, for instance, where their father was very religious. And so this was passed on to the child too. That in religious, the women also in the Bible talks a lot about women being like a second-class citizens, and women are born into sin, and women to be very docile, and they're more like the passive kind. They don't get angry, and so they kind of bury this anger deep within inside of them and never really fully express this anger. A lot of times, some people are there in breakups, and women they get in a harsh breakup, or maybe the man did something that was unethical, or the other vice versa. And they didn't fully say what they wanted to say. Even though they were badly hurt from the situation, they didn't actually stand in their anger and really say what they wanted to say to them. They kind of suppressed that anger. And so it still carries on later and later. Like they left their anger back there because they didn't use their voice. They didn't use their truth chakra and their throat chakra to express their divinity and express their truth in that current situation that they were in. So it's very important for us to express this truth and to express our anger in a healthy way and to let it out and not to bottle up. So ways that I kind of express it is if something agitates me right away, speak your truth. Say what it is that you have to say. Don't swallow it down and bottle up until it explodes later. Like couples, all of a sudden they had a fight maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And just maybe 3 or 4 years now, one of them was washing dishes, and they go, "You never wash the dishes, you never do them right." And they're not even really fighting about that. They're fighting about some past anger that happened that didn't resolve. And finally, it's coming out where they want to get their anger back and stand in their power. And so we have to keep this anger and really learn to use our voice and speak our voice in all areas of our life. So probably in a childhood where something was blocked and you didn't want to speak it, it's important that we go back to this time, this childhood incident, whenever it is, or a teenager, when you just suppressed your anger and just viewed anger as wrong and you want to get away from it. You want nothing to do with it. You kind of pushed it away. Anger is not of the light. I do not like anger in my life. And so you push it out of the way and not realize the benefit of it. So anger can be a beautiful creative force. You can use it to help and expand and push your ideas out and to work on your business with your anger by really having that drive to really create a better world. And so instead of getting angry at the world, oh, the anger is out to get me, oh, poor me, poor victim me, oh, I'm just so angry at everything and everybody else, you can turn that anger into a way of force. And people also use it for sexual energy. Sexual energy, instead of being always into that sex-driven mentality, you can take that sexual energy and you can use it as creative force to create, because that's also the sacred chakra, the orange chakra, which also represents creativity and expansion of your gifts and abilities. Well, that's kind of what I do with the anger. Is so the dark, for instance, had me pinned down for, I don't know, 27,000 years, a long time. It's been a long time left in the shadows. And so I'm using that anger now, not as a kind of revenge to get even with him, but in a way that I'm going to stand in my power now, and I'm going to free humanity and assist in freeing humanity. I'm not going to take that heavy burden on myself, but I'm standing up and knowing that you shall not pass. You know, like Gandalf when he's standing there and that fire being is trying to come across, and they're all trying to run up to get outside the door, and he's like standing there and you shall not pass. He's standing in a steadfast strength, in his confidence, and knowing that nothing's going to pass him. And I want you to talk about the Archons and the Greys and the Reptilians. Is they do not like anger. They don't like beings that stand in their power, especially the beings that stand in their power in love, because they do not understand love. So if you're standing confident in Creator's light and Creator's truth and Creator's power, well, this scares them and they want to run. So for this is to always stand tall and strong in your own confidence and believe in yourself, believe in your strengths. And know that when you're suppressing anger, you're just creating some cancer, you're going to create some hardships and pain, you're going to attract a lot of situations in your life that are going to want you to express that anger, to bring that anger out. So you end up being an introvert and hiding out and putting up, avoiding confrontation payoffs and avoiding rejection, and you start just hiding in your little room because you don't want to go out there and deal with everybody's all their crap and get angry, and you don't know how to contain your anger, and if your anger is wrong, so you think something's wrong with you, or you think you're broken. Well, I'll tell you right now, you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're rediscovering yourself. And so we got this wrong impression and wrong view of anger here. And so another thing I want to mention really quick is when we're crying, we sink into our subconscious mind. And so if we were a child, or we were in a marriage, and say the husband was beating us, or vice versa, or the child was getting beaten, they sink back into their subconscious mind of safety and they start to cry. Well, during that time when people are yelling at you and using their anger, they're using it the wrong way. And so, I don't want to be like that person. You start to put up, oh my God, what's in that? I'm crying, I'm going to save something, I'm still being angry. You're actually being reprogrammed right now. So when you're crying, you're being reprogrammed with negative thoughts that anger's bad, and you view anger wrong. You don't want to stand your power and use your power because someone who was in their power used their anger in a wrong way to hurt you. That's why I'm trying to distinguish between the two different types of anger here. Okay, so it's about you staying power. I will not tolerate this. So if there's a time in your life where someone talked to you and got mad at you and made you feel belittled and small, I want you to imagine going back to that time right now. And maybe get to a place where you can hit a pillow, or you can really express your voice and really say what it is that you want to say to them. Something that you didn't say to them before, and really let it out. Don't let it in there and conjure up into some problems. You shall not pass. I don't deserve to be treated that way, etc., etc., etc. So any way you want to do to express and get that anger out, and let you know that it's safe for you to express your anger. It is safe for you to express your emotions. It is safe to let all these ball of emotions out now. And understand that you can use anger in a healthy way. You can transform it and use it to help you fuel your fire and a positive growth and expansion of yourself and others. So use your anger in a way that's not harming others, but also helping you to grow and be expansion for other people. So turning into creative life force energy. So that's why I thought I'd share that beautiful message with you guys today. And have fun expressing your anger, because it's your safe field, it's your safety shield. It helps protect you against darks. It helps you to stand your power and claim back your power, because it's your gift to be and stand in your power. Many blessings, sweet souls. Over and out, Chris from Miraculate. Bye.